Hello.
Hello. So, last week's stream was kind of a disaster.
Yes, very disappointing.
So,
Mission failed.
I upgraded a lot, and hopefully things will turn out a lot better this time.
Okay.
Got some new little toys to play with.
How sounds kind of sus.
It's only sus when you think it's sus.
Good point.
Okay, Uchiha. So, we'll wait for about 5 to 10 minutes before we start. One of the other trainers will be coming in around a half an hour later, give or take. Alright. Let's go ahead and...
Yo.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey there.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
You're a bit quiet though.
Is that better?
Yep. So, violent... Oh. We'll be starting in about 5 or 10 minutes, Violentro, just to let you know.
Anybody want a 1v1 until it starts?
I can 1v1 you.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll make the custom. It's gonna be an NA. It. Password will be 1122. 1. Okay, I made it.
Insane in the brain! Grok.
What champion do we want to play?
Any champion, I guess. Items or no items?
As you want.
Okay, no items then. I am going to play this character, I think. Oh, I was gonna Androxus, but I changed to Eevee last second. How about we both get Cauterize 1? We both have self-heal. Nice.
I have no idea how I killed you.
Dang it. Imagine being able to aim.
We'll be starting in 3 minutes. Hello, old man Jink.
Well, hitboxes are so weird.
Hmm? No.
Hello, motherfuckers.
Hello.
Hey, nice. 0-2's here.
26 and 15? Okay. Dumb. What the fuck was that? 8 and 12, bro.
Hey, yes, bro. I'm trying to get better at
As
EV.
Eevee, bro. Come on.
I'm trying to get better, bro.
Wait, you failed to kill Strix multiple times, and you were pissing me off.
I got one tap at the beginning of the round.
That's a one tap.
Q.
I can't do anything.
Q.
No,
We'll be
don't
starting
Q.
training in 1 minute.
Damn.
Why'd you Q, bro?
I don't know.
Russian's gonna teach me how to play EV.
Yeah.
What's applications, bro?
This year,
Apps?
Russian. Russian, you're gonna teach me everything I need to learn
Am
about
I
EV.
sending a job application in?
I'm gonna still.
Yeah,
learn
you're
about
sending a job application.
Oh, really? For
I want
real?
one.
Yeah, you just gotta sign up right here and then you and yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Let me see.
I gotta read the fine print, bro.
I haven't visited Deep Realm in a while. I'm gonna check that.
All right, it is 9:10. We will might as well get started now.
Yay!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's training. Today's training will be about item buying and its applications. So, before we kick it off, I would like to ask everyone, what are items in Paladins?
The things in the
thing that
shop.
makes the game different from Overwatch.
How so?
So there are different items that give you specific advantages, such as Illuminate. You can see stealth targets from farther ranges. Cauterize, you negate the self heal, or you negate the heal on people by a certain percent, etc., etc., and they help you throughout the game. So there are some items better than others, and some items that are worse, and yeah.
All right.
And even
All right, that's
one.
a very broad understanding of items. Essentially, for those who still are not in the loop of what items are things that you can buy in the game that can help you allow your characters to fight in various scenarios that they otherwise may struggle in. And today we'll be talking all about on how we can use those items and apply them in various different situations. So, let's start off with explaining every single item in the game. And we'll start off with red items. By the way, everyone, the custom game is up. If you want, you can go ahead and join it.
Yay!
Nilo, you can leave the 1v1. GG.
I smell good again. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Can you explain what
password.
applications are again?
Applications is a term that is usually used in describing on how something is done. On how do you apply something.
The fuck that mean?
Fine, I'll get the official dictionary for you then.
Oh, yay!
Hey everyone.
Hi, Uchi.
They use the word.
0-2's back! Yay! Haven't heard 0-2's sweet voice in a long time.
Who?
I've heard 02 sweet voice in a long time.
Who's that?
You
That's me.
don't know who 02 is?
No, I do not
Anime
know who
character.
02 is.
You're such
My
a-
keyboard can play church organ. You guys want to hear it?
Yes.
No, why would you say that?
Alright, people are sleeping. I gotta keep it down.
Alright. If everyone can go ahead and join in the custom game, we can get started.
Yo, what password?
Goat.
It is... All the information is been pinged in the training chat.
Oh, I forgot there's a thing.
Yes, I pinged you in it, Jed.
No. Oh, no, never mind.
Who plays Bomb King? Because Bomb King.
I play Bomb King.
Oh!
You don't count.
I like Bomb King.
Yeah, I'm not asking you. Wasn't asking
Dude.
you.
Alright, we just need four
Russian
more
Spy is
people.
a great Bomb King, bro. Russian is like a freaking level 50 something Bomb King. It's really good.
What do you mean? I'm like level 14. I'm Bomb
No, you're not. You're 50. I saw your golden Bomb
This
King. That's
nigga's
why.
boosting his level by like 20.
I'm a level 50 mage. Same thing,
What?
almost.
Same thing. What the
But I'm not good at my level 50 mage, bruh. Forget the
Babe,
anti-mage
nasty.
club.
Alright, we just
by
need
the way-
3 more people.
Make
Yo, I'm in
By
a
the way-
game. Hold on.
Yeah, me
By the way,
too.
I left
Hold
the
on.
anti-mage club.
What'd you
By
say?
the way, I left the anti-mage club. I hated it.
Why?
Fuck you.
Cause I love Maeve.
Schrader.
I love her skins. I love the stuff they make of her. You know, I love the Maeve community. Even though they do post some pretty weird stuff there.
Loser.
I can say some.
No, he countered my ult.
Alright. Because I don't know how long you guys are gonna take, we're just gonna continue on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Q.
Okay, good.
Alright.
Oh, there are
Wait.
bots.
What?
Premier
I
with all the bots.
slashed that hole.
Put Premier with all the bots.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So it doesn't matter which characters you guys choose whoever you want.
Team Deathmatch.
Right.
Let's get it on. Choose the best one. Put on some fancy duds.
Nigga got decimated.
Guys, my sister's keyboard can play a trumpet. Wait for it.
Wait, what?
It's a trumpet on a keyboard.
How do you?
What?
I don't know how that works.
Oh God, why is Premier going Leon? This is not good for me.
I should have played Eevee.
Why
I
did
can
I
tell
play
it's
Drogo's? Bro, Premier's gonna kick my butt every single time.
Alright.
My hands.
Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Wait, did we not do introductions? Alright, I missed that.
Oh, we're
Ah,
not
we
gonna
didn't.
bother doing intros anymore.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But I love introducing
I
myself.
mean, you can make a channel in the Discord where we type it up.
Yo, we have someone here for the
That's
first
useless.
time.
Yeah. That's so unfair. How can you?
What's his TDM?
Oh, actually, yeah, I see a lot of that.
3.
If you don't do intros, I'm gonna blow my trumpet.
Where am I?
Okay.
Wait, are we killing this? Are we killing this
Thought he
now?
said-
No,
gonna blow
no, we're
dudes.
not killing each other, just
Remember,
Just-
aim at the
Tell-
bad guys and
tell
hit the
Premier that.
buttons.
the bots, you can kill the bots, just...
Okay.
No,
Alright.
no, I'm going down.
That's not any fun.
Why is Doom trying to kill me?
You're a bot.
Yes, thank you.
got him there.
Yeah, look who's talking.
I know. That's the crazy part about it.
Okay, someone killed Doom.
I can't tell who's a bot.
Okay, alright, let's actually restart this because there's too many bots in here.
They say bot 3 and bot 2 and
I don't know
bot
who's a
4.
bot.
But we're gonna restart. Hold on. Let's restart.
Let me kill the bot Leon first.
Why'd I just get a TikTok notification saying the perfect song just for you?
That's
I gotta be honest.
Why is the bot closed on 5-3?
Alright,
Fuck you, Zen. Fuck you.
what is a vibraphone? I'm gonna try
It's
it out.
it's like a xylophone.
That's
You
what
know
it
what a
sounds
microphone is?
Like. That's creepy.
Is this
I
Grok a
have a
bot?
violin over there.
I actually know how to
This
play
rock's
that
pretty good.
instrument. Gucci, huh?
No, I'm playing a keyboard. It has a freaking trumpet
Oh,
on
boy.
it. How? I don't know.
Isn't that a baby toy?
No, it's a cast.
Oh, it's going luminary.
it's a
No wonder I was
baby
ringing
That's it, baby.
Oh my god.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That was me. Yes,
Yeah.
record your best.
why won't it just let
Instrument
me make it?
buzz. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
High res.
it. No!
See, I got a bot.
Leon.
Really?
I was barely on it.
Oh my gosh, okay.
House.
Alright.
What's wrong with the custom?
Yeah. Doing this fun over here.
Oh my gosh. Why is making custom so difficult?
It's
Damn.
not-
Wait, Hosper, you left the thing?
Yes! Didn't I
I'm still
not
killing
just...
bot.
Guys.
Your Grok's actually doing pretty good.
Grok carry.
Or you're just trash.
Imagine playing Grok.
Imagine.
Right.
Alright,
House, why did you start playing Grok?
Imagine playing.
I am not going
Man,
to
Drogo's
that
mains are.
tangent. Oh my
Drogo's
gosh,
mains
it
like the
really
best
will
people
not
ever.
let me make this. Why will it not let me make this?
Drogo's
Easy
mains are the
mains.
best
Fucking
people ever.
sucks.
You're a terrible company.
Okay, there we go. The
Yeah,
custom
we're
game is
still
now
no
up.
lifing this game.
The custom
Item
game is now up.
trainings. Hush, did you know that you can't have two customs up at the same time that have the same name? The bot game counts.
I did not know that. It would explain why I was
Wow.
struggling.
You didn't know that, bro?
Well, it's not like I play
Well,
customs
I
all the time.
I don't.
He's got a point. I don't need to.
I mean, nobody does.
I do.
No, you don't, Doom. Shut up.
Alright,
I get lonely sometimes.
What?
So when you get lonely, you play bot matches by yourself? Is that what you're saying? I mean, not bot
Yeah.
Customs up,
matches
by the way.
yourself?
Yes.
alright, we just...
What?
How do you
We-
think
we
he got
need a
his
few more
Drogo to
people?
level 60?
We're still in that game, bro.
You think my
Get in the
Drogo's that?
custom game. Leave the custom game.
Leave the bot.
Yeah. Where's Uchiha, bro? I need Uchiha in here, bro.
Uchiha. Uchiha.
I'm playing
I-
Paladin Strike.
His name was Abdul. Is Abdul doing a YouTube comment?
Oh no. I have to see if they have Paladins. I have to see if they have Drogos on Paladin Strike, bro. I hate to see Drogos on mobile.
Oh, Drogo's. I'm pretty sure there's you have to pay for him to get Drogo's and Paladin Strike.
Here, bro.
Imagine
He's
Drogo's
the
on
only
there.
one.
I have to try
he's the
Drogo's on
only
mobile, bro.
one
Who
That
else
you
are
need
we
to pay for.
waiting
He's the
for?
only one.
Who else are we waiting for?
It's 2-2
Uh,
right now.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
I
waiting.
forgot. I forgot there's a custom.
Not gonna lie, this game's taking 5 hours.
Right? Because of
Dude,
this sweat, gin, and fucking dick.
get the custom to that.
Where is
Yeah,
your two at?
lowest level.
Okay.
Give your thing a big hug.
Now we just need 3 more people.
Oh my god!
singing.
Fucking hell.
Or is it just gonna be us 5 right now?
For right now, it's gonna be just 5, I think.
Alright, let me change it so it's a 3v3.
It's taking a while.
Nail Nilo, speak or you're getting kicked out of the server.
Damn, you tell him.
No,
Alright,
but
it's up
I got
now.
this. But I got this. But I got this. I got this. I got
It
this.
is up
Speak
now.
before I start singing.
Don't,
if
don't
you
say
said I'm
you're gonna
hentai,
burn
kick
them
him
with
out.
hentai. Swear to God.
It always works.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
From Star Wars.
Alright.
Most of the time it works.
Yo, Imani's
Or
low-key
Okay.
better than fucking...
Alright, we can start now.
Shaolin's best DPS in the game right now, bro. Right now, Shaolin's best DPS in the game. He's so
Shut
mad.
up. Shut up.
Damage Ceres.
It's time to choose your champion.
Hotsphere's the best player in
Put on some
Paladins.
fancy duds.
That's a dead lie.
Everybody knows what Dread Hunter is.
Shut the fuck up.
That is also a lie.
Your name's not even close to being known whatsoever. You changed it to Cream Pie, yo. Get out of here.
I know, bro.
You just
But that's
changing
it.
it back and forth. Dude, you're being a pussy.
Listen, bro, I only change it back and forth because one day I'm gonna become a pro player, bro. And when I'm on Prep Paladins Pro League, they're not gonna like that name, bro. You know what I mean?
What are you
Not gonna-
talking
you're
about?
not gonna be even able to change. I don't
Bro, the IO will kill your Jogos. The IO will kill your Jogos.
And our
Nah.
winner is Cream Pie Ayo.
Bro, okay, my new line now, whenever I get a kill, I say, use that cream pie.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice name, bro.
Okay.
It's not easy
Kinda
being
sus.
blue,
You have
but
to
it's
say it like
worse to be you.
this.
This is the best Eevee talent.
Alright. Okay, so now we will get started with the lesson. So items. We'll go through a brief explanation of what each item does, starting with the blue items. At the top left, we have Illuminate. Illuminate increases the range at which you see nearby stealth targets by 15 units. And every item in the game can be bought up to 3 times, increasing the strength of its effect. So for at tier 3 of Illuminate, you can see stealth targets up to 45 units away.
Wait, no, wait.
That-
Blind people be like,
The next
Damn, I
item,
just got disintegrated.
the next item is Resilience, in which reduces the duration and effectiveness of crowd controls and slows by 20%. Essentially, anything that would hinder your character's movement can get reduced by this effect. Then Blast Shields and Haven, they both do the same thing, reducing the damage you take by 7%. However, they protect you from different damage sources, with Blast Shields protecting you from area damage, while Haven protects you from direct damage. Now,
Okay.
for yellow cards. Nimble increases your base movement speed by 7%. It's pretty self-explanatory. Master Riding, although we can't buy it in TDM matches, they increase the speed of your mount by, if I remember correctly, 10 or 15%, somewhere around there. That one's also pretty self-explanatory. And Morale Boost,
Bro, this is a 15-minute match. What the fuck?
and Morale Boost increases the rate of
We're
your
on round 2.
increases your ultimate charge rate by 10%. This will help you greatly into increasing the amount of ult charge you get in a match, allowing you to spam your ultimate more often. Chronos. It reduces the cooldown of all of your abilities by 10%, an extremely powerful effect. Now, green cards. Rejuvenate increases the amount of healing you get from other players by 5%. This is really helpful to allow your healers to heal you for more. Veteran. It increases the amount of healing that you get when you're out of combat by 5%. This is useful if, for whatever reason, you don't have a support on your team.
Wait, you said veteran, right?
Yes.
Veteran is trash.
No, it's not. It's
We
very good.
We will get to the viability of each item sooner or later. Alright, kill to heal. When getting a kill or elimination, it heals you for 300 health.
I'm stuck.
So pretty
can't
much
get out
any
here.
character that you
Well, that
end
nigga
up
was his
hitting,
all-
whether it be you getting the kill or someone else getting the kill, you will heal off of that.
It's elimination.
And Life
Still on the edge
Rip,
of the map.
makes it so you heal for 10% of the damage you deal from your weapon. Now,
Yay.
now it's very important to distinguish your ability attacks from your weapon attacks, as unless stated otherwise, your abilities do not gain a lifesteal effect. And red items. Bulldozer. Your weapon shots deal 20% increased damage to deployables, pets, and illusions. So pretty much anything that is not a player character or a shield, you gain bonus damage from it. Deft Hands increases your base reload speed by 20%, allowing you to reload faster. And Wrecker, your weapon shots will deal 20% increased damage to shields, allowing you to destroy shields much quicker. And finally, and certainly not least, Cauterize. Your weapon shots will reduce the effective healing on your afflicted target by 25% for 1.5 seconds. In other words, if you hit an enemy, they won't be able to heal as much from their allies or from other sources.
It's really good.
Now that is the general basics of,
Oh my god,
of what each item does. So now let's talk about credit economy. Credit economy, as what some of you may understand, is understanding on how to maximize the amount of credits you can get in order for you to buy items. Each class in the game specializes in a certain role, and doing certain actions within that role will award you more credits. For an example, if a support were to be healing their allies, they would end up gaining extra credits from it. Or, if you are a flanker and you get a killing blow, you end up gaining more credits than everyone else if they accomplish the same thing. And so on and so forth. And in order to maximize the amount of credits you get in a match, you'll need to learn on what action rewards credits and how to maximize your credit gain with each character. Some characters can gain credits better than others based on how they are played, but generally speaking, everybody has the ability to gain a comparable amount of credits.
I have a question.
Yes?
So when the other team caps, right? The team that's defending, you get more credits for doing those things that the other team would? Because, like, how does this, like, because they get 300 credits for capping, but, like, how would that, like, do they just get that advantage immediately for capping, or, like, do you get more credits and they get less credits for all that pressure?
So, the general rule of thumb is the better that you're doing in a match, the more credits you'll receive. So, if your team ends up capping points, they gain 300 credits. If the enemy team were to defend, if I remember correctly, they don't earn any credits for defending. So, if you want to maximize the amount of credits you get in a match, you're gonna need to try your best to cap the point as much as possible.
So you get the same amount of credits, so say you're healing, right? You get the same amount of credits on both teams? Like the team that's defending wouldn't get more credits than the team that's pushing
Now,
to even out their credits or no?
no, you see, you don't gain advantage when you win the point in terms of credits. You just gain that initial 300 credits when you cap the point. Either team will still gain the same amount of credits if they're doing the exact same job, regardless on who's defending or attacking.
But wouldn't they get more credits since they have 300?
Yes, they do get more credits because they got that 300 for capping. But they don't gain extra credits beyond that.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the reward multiplier for a flank getting eliminations and a damage dealer doing damage?
If I remember correctly, let me take a quick look here. Flank champions gain 30% more credits when they kill an enemy than everyone else. So, if a support were to kill an enemy and get, let's just say, 100 credits, a flanker doing the same thing would gain 30 more credits, so 130.
30%. The tank gets 30% for playing the objective, then the damage gets 30% for doing damage.
No, flanks only gain that extra 30% when they get the killing blow. They don't gain extra credits from dealing damage. The damage champions gain twice as much credits for dealing damage to enemy champions. Support champions gain double the amount of credits when they're healing allies.
30 seconds remaining.
And front lines gain twice as much credits when standing near an objective. Every character in the game can gain credits by doing the following. In Siege, Deathmatch, and Onslaught, you gain a passive amount of credits every 3 seconds, I think? Let me see, every second. So in Siege, you gain 1 credit every second, and you gain 5 credits every second in Deathmatch and Onslaught. So, roughly speaking, within 10 minutes of a match, you should get roughly, let's see here, you should get roughly 600 credits in a 10-minute match.
What?
Alright, that match lasted, it wasn't long enough. So let's...
So what class do you say would get the most credits? If he's able to get the most credits in a full round.
Most likely, I would say the tanks. Because they're the most proactive out of all the other classes.
Do you get the same amount of credits for being in the point? Like if a flank was on point and like a tank was on point? Like no particular class would get more credits for standing on point?
Only the tanks gain more credits for standing on point. Everyone else would get the same amount. So if a support stands on the point and gets, like, let's say 5 credits a second standing on the point, the tank would get 10.
Okay.
Got it.
Alright, is everybody out of their games yet?
And you're playing Lex.
Now, Lex is a special case because Lex is the only character in the game that gains credits based on their abilities. So, Lex is a special case.
Does he still get that multiplier for being a flank?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Oh, wow.
Pay to win champion.
Alright, Alright, I'm making another one. Alright, this time it's a 4v4.
Poop, just feed. Poop, just feed.
So can you talk about the changes to the items, particularly Rejuvenate, Cauterize, and Illuminate, with the reduction? So it used to be 20 units per Illum, now Rizal was brought down, I'm not sure about how much. I believe it was 15 before, wasn't it?
Well, if we're going to be talking about what many of the items used to do, there are patch notes that specifically go in depth with that. Off the top of my head, I remember that Nimble used to give you 10% instead of 7, and I know that Chronos used to cost 400 credits as opposed to 300 now, and stuff like that.
In terms of how that
Wait,
affects the buy.
400? What the fuck?
Well, yeah, Chronos was quite expensive. In fact,
But what?
it was the most expensive item you could buy at the time.
Tier 3 Chronos was 1200 credits, bro.
I'm looking for an item when the game first started.
King's here, hi King.
I remember that. I remember that, bro. It was so
1, 2,
annoying.
3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
think God
8,
they reduced
9.
that.
Okay, alright. I'm sorry to kick you guys. Let me make it again now that we have 9 people here.
What do you gotta make it again for? If you make it with me, there's gonna be a bot. Why don't you just stay who were before?
What was it in there?
Isn't there gonna be a bot if you add me?
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's this game?
What was in there?
Well, I want to get everyone in here, so... Alright. There we go, it's up again.
I'm exhausted for
Oh, there's
this,
some
man. I
more
just
about- oh,
came so close to breaking that record, and you're gonna make
Were
me
you
do
lifting
this?
shit? Oh, I thought you were lifting shit.
I was lifting. I came within 100 pounds of the world record on squat.
Nice. Yo, you a swole guy, King?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
You actually swole? Or you just capping to cap?
No, I've sent Hosphere in all my friends' videos. They know I'm a big boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy too.
He's a chunky monkey.
Nice, nice.
He's a chunky monkey.
That's racist. How dare you?
I know, but his head.
Do you want to see my meat too?
No.
Bruh, your white ass is gonna make fun of me like that? How dare you come after me like that?
No, no,
Don't you
here,
know there's
here,
a
here.
right movement going around?
Here, I'll send y'all pictures
Okay.
of myself. I'll send y'all pictures of myself. Give me a second. Ready?
Dude's
Oh my.
actually black as hell.
Anyways, getting back on topic.
I got
Here are
big
all
muscles.
So correct.
here is all of the ways that you can gain credits in a game. Alright? And it goes as following. Standing near the point, you
Got
gain
it.
4 credits every 2 seconds while standing on the point in Siege and Onslaught. And you
Okay.
gain 6 credits if there is an enemy contesting the point.
Mm-hmm.
You gain 2 credits every second while standing near the payload in Siege, regardless of if you are on whether or not you are pushing. Alright? And you gain 300 credits when you capture an objective for capturing the point in Siege.
What?
Did you get into a game?
No.
We have about
That's
4 more spaces left for everyone.
Or make a
5.
custom and then back out.
So you're saying if there's an open area and there's multiple people, that you get 6 credits?
Yes. If there's at least one enemy contesting it with you, you gain 6 credits instead of 4.
Damn, I heard that crash. I heard it.
And you gain 30 credits plus 10 times the streak of the enemy killed. So if an enemy is on a 10 kill streak, that is 30 plus 100 because of 10 plus 10. So if there's an enemy on the kill with a kill streak, you ought to kill that person so you can gain extra credits.
But what about the ultimate card? Kill and hand block this kind of thing?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you speak
Bruh,
up?
you are so quiet.
Okay, so
I still cannot hear you.
Oh shit! All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so if I kill an Androxus on a 10 kill streak, what percentage will my ult charge go up?
Well, as of right now, I can't really say for certain, but I would imagine it would be a fairly large amount. I know that, for the most part, an enemy with a 15 or more kill streak pretty much gives you an ult right away, in most cases. But I can't give you the exact number on that right now.
Got it.
When eliminating an enemy, you gain 15 plus 5 credits based on the streak of the eliminated enemy. So same thing as killing an enemy, but half as strong. Dealing damage, you gain 20 credits for each 6,000 damage you deal. Now, it can't be damage done to a shield, it has to be damage done to an enemy. So keep that in mind.
So how many credits do you gain?
20.
Does this count as damage done to a deployable?
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat something.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat.
Not that.
So if I do damage, will it count towards if I do damage to a deployable?
It'll only count to enemies, not deployables.
To the meat.
It has to be to an enemy player.
So what were you saying before with the 15 plus the 5 times the multiplier, and then the 10 versus plus it's 10 times the multiplier?
So when you kill an enemy, you get 30 credits plus 10 times the amount times the kill streak of the enemy you just killed. So you get 30 at base for killing any enemy, and if they have a 5 kill streak, that'll be 10 times 5. So that would be 30 plus 50. The same thing applies when you eliminate an enemy. So it will be 15 at base, then plus 5 times of the streak of the eliminated enemy.
So the difference between
we still have 4 more. We still have 4 more spots. Is everyone here, or?
I have another question, or I have a question about credits.
And could you hold that question for a moment? Let's see, how many people do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did you go, King?
I'm testing something while the room fills up.
Let's turn it into a 3v3 right now, because we don't have everyone now.
I'll still do it. I was just waiting for the room to fill up, because it was taking forever.
Alright. Now it's a 3v3.
Alright.
We won't have a bot this time.
Yay!
Okay, so in other words, so can we go over the difference? So just if I deal the majority of my opponent, and I strike the killing blow, that's a kill.
Yes.
But if I graze someone with a bullet and then they die, that's an.
Yes. So long as you dealt damage to the enemy, even if you don't get the killing blow, you'll still get the points. You'll still get the credits for the elimination.
Okay. Got it. And so, is there something such as an assist, or is that
elimination is an assist?
Okay. Okay.
All right. I don't know if I've already said this. Dealing damage, you gain 20 credits for each 6,000 damage dealt. Healing allies, you get 20 credits for each 6,000 hit points you've healed. Now, it can't be like over heal. It has to be missing health you healed.
Got it.
And self healing doesn't count.
Okay.
But what about his healing, say a dog?
That also doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
because you're not healing an ally, you're healing a deployable.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Now, if you're taking damage, you gain 20 credits for each 6,000 damage you've taken. So, and when you're absorbing damage with shields or deployable walls, alright, deployable walls, not any deployable, you gain 20 credits for each 6,000 damage absorbed. Now, this is why I said that tanks generally gain the most credit out of any other class, because not only are they dealing damage, not only are they shielding damage, and not only are they taking damage, but they're also contesting the point all at the same time. And as a result, they can get credits a lot faster than everyone else, majority of the time.
So let's say that I'm a con, and we're playing on, and there is an enemy contesting the point with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will be getting 12 credits per second. Is that
somewhere around there? Yeah.
Because you said 6 for each one, and the tank. So I'm wondering if the doubling occurs before the enemy is on contesting.
Well, because you gain double the credits for standing near an objective, and standing on point or near a payload counts as an objective, you do gain that bonus.
Okay, so is that before or after the enemy contesting? So if normally I will gain 4 by contesting, but I'll gain 6 if an enemy is also and the tank multiplier the credits, would that add to 12, or would the doubling first happen with the, and then would it add if there's an enemy? Is that question clear, or is that a little bit confusing?
I understand what you're asking. From my experience, I believe the multiplier happens after the enemy is contesting. So normally you would gain 8 credits when there's no enemies contesting, and if there is an enemy contesting, then you would get 12.
Okay, so not 6.
Siege. Let's get it.
And so when it says strong defense, is that indicator that I've gotten the credits when I'm hitting my sheet?
Yes. Normally, when you're playing a match, there will be those indicators, like you said, telling you that you've gained X amount of credits for completing a certain task. So, strong defense, if you're absorbing damage with your shield, you would gain 20 credits for that.
I've never heard the game say good healing, or is that
damage dealer, healer?
Oh, okay,
yep.
Yeah.
Or mender.
Damn, yeah, okay. No.
Now, every character in this game has a certain way of gaining credits, whether it be just playing based on their class or having some off role they can fill. Like, for an example, Healer Sky can not only gain credits from being a flanker, getting kills and dealing damage, but also will get credits for healing allies with her Smoke and Daggers talent. So, it's stupid, I don't like it, but it is a thing.
How hard can this be?
And conversely, this also works with Khan. He can gain credits by healing allies with his shout. So some characters can just by default get more credits than others based on how you build them or how their base kit functions.
3, 2,
so now that we've talked about credit economy and how it all works, let's start talking about on how to actually buy items and when you should buy certain items. It's pretty self-explanatory most of the time on what kind of items you would buy in what scenario. Do you want to take over, King? Because I know you prepared greatly for this, so...
So, actually, I have one more question. So, I know how you get, as a healer, you get ult charge off of healing. How much ult charge, like, how much healing you have to do in order to get a percentage of ult charge?
It depends on each character. Every character gets ult charge at different rates. for an example...
Return to the mother's embrace.
Oh. So, let's say, for an example, Tiberius gains 1% ult charge for each chakram he hits. As opposed to Andro, he gets 3 ult charge when he hits his shots. Now, it's all dependent on each character. So you have to kind of look that up and experiment.
Oscar, do you think Veteran is a good item?
Flames consume me.
It is a very situational item at best.
But is it a good item?
Does it have viability?
Killing spree.
It heavily depends on the situation. You see, some items you would buy in pretty much any scenario, and items that you don't buy in any in certain scenarios you only buy. So, for an example,
therefore it's not good.
No, it doesn't mean it's not good. It just means that it's not always the best choice. Like, you wouldn't buy Illuminate when their entire enemy team doesn't have a single stealth character. Right? So, for Veteran, the only 2 scenarios that I would find picking it is either A, I don't have a healer at all, or B, I have a healer, but that healer does not heal for a lot, aka Genos.
So, like... But, like, wouldn't you want to buy, like,
Well, think of it this way. Like, if you just gotten into an engagement and you won your fight, but you know that you're gonna get flanked on a lot, wouldn't it be better to have an item that'll heal you faster during that downtime? Again, I'm not saying that Veteran is a good item. I'm just saying that some items are better in certain scenarios. So for all of y'all at home that are trying to figure out what items to buy, the general rule of thumb is usually this. For blue items, if they have a bunch of characters that deal direct damage, buy Haven. Conversely, buy Blast Shields. If the enemy team has a ton of crowd control, or you're getting hit with a bunch of crowd control, buy Resilience. If they have enemies that can go in stealth, buy Illuminate. And from there down there, it's pretty simple it's pretty simple to understand. Now, there are a couple of items that are a must-buy in pretty much every Okay, what is happening? Okay, was I the only one that had that light spike?
5, 4,
No.
3, 2.
Yeah. That's a lot.
So, where was I?
Some items.
Oh yes. Oh, yep. I remember now. There are some items that you need to buy in pretty much every game. And the one item you need in every single game you play 99% of the time is Cauterize.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Cauterize single-handedly makes this game different from any other hero shooter you play. Overwatch.
5.
Without
4,
Cauterize,
3,
this game
2,
would be
1.
hella unbalanced. Like, essentially nobody will be dying if Cauterize didn't exist. So, Cauterize, it really doesn't matter what character you're playing as. If you have room to buy Cauterize, buy it. Like, it's a must-have. The only characters that should not be buying Cauterize are characters that shouldn't be fighting people in the first place. A lot of the time, that will be supports, and other times it might be characters like Terminus, who are melee characters, that won't really have a lot of opportunity to hit opponents.
Or Torvald.
Or Torvald.
Speaking of killing sprees, we've got one coming up.
Now,
when do you want to buy Cauterize with a killer? When are you going to prioritize it? Let's say, you know, you want to get veteran. No, sorry, I mean you want to get Haven and you want to get morale boost with the Chrono. Would you ever get Cauterize last or would you get second?
Now, that's based on context, because if your team has absolutely no Cauterize, then you are obligated to get Cauterize in their stead. Most of the time, your team should be getting Cauterize before you do, but if you do have the credits to spare, or if no one else has Cauterize, then you should get it as well.
Twice the card. Thanks. You got Moxie, kid. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, generally speaking, there should always at least have one person in your team having Cauterize. Most ideal would be having your whole team with it. That would be the most ideal.
So what weapons will spread the Cauterize?
The best weapons that spread Cauterize are high fire rate weapons and splash damage. Splash makes it very easy to Cauterize people even when they're out of line of sight, and you can Cauterize a bunch of people with just one attack. And high fire rate weapons, well, you can spread it like it's candy.
So like, the special abilities of characters, like does Furia's auto aim spread the Cauterize as well, or only the primary weapon attack?
Only weapon attacks spread Cauterize, unless stated otherwise. For an example, Leon is one of the few characters in the game that can have her abilities also apply Cauterize. All of her abilities, aside from her ultimate, counts as a weapon attack. Which is also why, if any of y'all remember, that Death and Taxes was the most cancerous talent in the entire fucking game.
Oh, yes!
What did that do?
It was a talent that gave Leon.
Yeah, was a talent that gave her like almost tier 3 Cauterize.
No, it did give her tier 3 Cauterize.
It gave her 90% Cauterize.
75%.
No, it was straight up 90%.
Yeah, it was.
It was literally the dumbest talent to have ever existed. Like,
oh, and Tyra hunting part Mark wasn't stupid either. Okay.
I hate that.
The hunting party was stupid, but Death in Texas was even worse. Like, I don't think there will be any other talent that will exceed the bullshittery that Death in Texas had.
What about McCullough's shells?
Oh my god.
You see, that talent isn't bullshit. That was just a meme.
That one card be here for 1,020.
Like, it didn't really do anything for you. It was just there.
What was McCullough banned?
Why was Makoa banned back in the day? Because he was fucking Makoa, that's why.
Best champ in the game for a little bit.
By a little bit, he dominated the game since he was released. It's only recently now that he's been subpar.
Yeah.
How? Hook. Ult. A shield. Mobility. Like.
So why is he subpar?
Half show reset.
Yeah, so why is he not good now?
Why is he
because
not good?
they took away one of his things.
they reduced his DPS. They increased the cooldown on his anchor, his hook, and he has quite literally the worst talent in the game right now, which is Leviathan. It used to give him like over 1,000 extra HP and gave you CC immunity. Yeah, CC immunity in his ult. But now, literally all it does is gives you 500 HP. That's the talent.
30 seconds remaining.
Which tire could take away like 2.
Like, it's like Makoa isn't the worst tank in the game. He can still shred. It's just that he's no longer such a dominating force that he used to be.
10, 9.
No. How did I kill him again?
The spawn room door.
So, King, did you fix your mic yet?
Huh?
I heard it. That's all I heard.
Oh god. Gang, what are you doing?
Capture points.
Now, there are some items in the game that are crucial for. Please don't cap the point this time, guys. Make sure you don't cap the point.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
There are some items in the game that are required for certain characters to have. An example would be Meldamba. He is one of the few champions that actually benefit from Deft Hands. And not having Deft Hands, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice as Meldamba. For those of you who don't know, and I'm basically talking to the people at home here, what Deft Hands does for Meldamba is allow him to stun a lot more often, because his reload animation throws out a snake that stuns people for a second.
Which gives more utility for the team.
Yeah. And other characters gain similar benefits from other items like that as well. So it is important for people who tend to main or play other champions to learn what items work best for them. As for me, Grok, one of his most important items is Chronos. And was Nail a bot?
Yeah, he has been for a while.
Ah, okay. So anyways, so Chronos is one of Grok's most important items, and I pretty much buy it every game if I'm not going damage. And other characters follow suit as well. Does anyone have any questions on which character should buy which item?
Yes. So, for Eevee, would Liesel be good ever? Because I know some professionals, they don't like buying Liesel, but in some cases, like against the Damba who spams R, I feel like I need it.
I guess it just depends on how annoying the CC is. If you're constantly getting stunned, then Liesel is a good option. Otherwise, if you don't feel the need to buy it, don't buy it.
Well, they say because you have Ice Block, that's why you don't buy it. Just block out of something.
Well, the flip side of that argument would be, well, you shouldn't be in a situation where they can stun you out of your Ice Block. And not only that, but you can control on how long the Ice Block lasts, so you can catch them off guard by canceling it early and getting out of there. Because pretty much everyone and their mother knows on how long the Ice Block lasts, so you can expect them for you to go for the whole duration, but you can cut it in half and be like, oh, well, goodbye.
Yeah.
Item training. I'm making another one.
Oh my god. I got into a game.
What?
It's 3-2 right now. It's 3-2. I was waiting, and then I got impatient.
Bruh. Alright, it's up. It's up right now.
Ew, this map.
What map?
Well, it's not as bad as Ice Mines or Frozen Guard.
Jaguar Falls. Jaguar Falls. Hey.
I fucking hate Froggo. That shit's disgusting.
I love Frog Island, dude.
This shit's ass. Because you're an Eevee man. This is a good Eevee man.
It's a good Bomb King map. You just knock people off.
I know, I just did that. Alright, I need to what this last push.
Wait.
What happened, Doom?
I don't know. I pressed B.
No.
King, are you going to make it? Well, what's that response? What's that supposed to mean? Okay.
Minty left shit.
Alright, well
During King, I'll show you up, King. I'll send you some stuff. I can show you up.
Bro, relax.
Oh no.
Fine.
Siege. It's time to choose your champion.
His name's Mother Flicker.
Mother Strixer?
Old man, are you still in drugs?
Mother Flicker. Yes, I am still in drugs.
Us is probably spamming Rock up. I can to Grok or not to Grok? That is the question.
Yeah. Alright, so what else is here on the list? Build and strategy-based buying. That's the last one on the list here. So, essentially what that means is making a certain build for a character and buying items that will combo with your build. The most popular strategy is taking one particular effect, one item effect as a loadout card, and then stacking it on top of an item. So, say for an example, if your character has 30% Life Rip in their kit, and then if you buy Life Rip on top of that, then you give yourself even more lifesteal than normal. You know, there's very common strategies like that.
Oh, like Victor's Iron Sight.
Yeah.
What about Diminishing Returns?
Diminishing Returns, that is a good thing to bring up. So the way on how Diminishing Returns work is any value that is at or exceeds 30% will have every other value be diminished by a certain diameter. Now I don't.
Okay, so Vivian has 30% movement speed card, right? So Nimble wouldn't help it, right?
Nimble would help it, but it won't be as strong. So in other words, think of it like this. The higher your overall value is,
don't forget, girls are watching.
the less powerful it becomes. So there are some hard caps. For an example, you can't get more than 60% reload speed. So if a character can get upwards of 50 or more reload speed, you won't be able to get any more than 60. That's the hard cap.
Sure.
However, other values don't have that cap. But the value that you would get from stacking at higher numbers will get worse over time.
So like what will happen like to her speed? Like would you just get slower? Like
no, you don't get slower, it's just that
Attack the payload and grab some food.
so what happens is
What are you talking about, Diminishing Returns here?
yes, we're talking about Diminishing Returns. So what would happen, let's take a look at Terminus for an example. With all of his DR cards and the blue items on top of it, he could theoretically have a max total of 101 damage resistance. However, due to Diminishing Returns, it does not work like that. you will never end up getting a value higher than 100 because all other values that would allow you to get up to 100 will get diminished severely. So you wouldn't actually have 101. In reality, you're more likely going to have 60% DR.
Why is that? Just from having 100.
The only way that you can get 102, 101, 102 DR is if you only had one value that gave you that. So if you only had one DR stat, and that one DR stat gave you that 102 DR, and in that scenario, you would have 102 DR. But if you had like 2 DR cards and Haven on top of that, 3 values that would equal to 101, you would not get 101 DR. It'll take the highest value that you have, set it as its base, and all other values will get diminished.
So this is only up to 30%, right?
What?
So this is only up to 30%, right? So let's say I have 9% movement speed, and then I get nimble 3, putting it up to 20% plus the 9, so that will get the
3, 2, 1.
If I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you there. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. So if I have 9% movement speed in my cards, and then I get nimble 3 with 21%, the combined is 30%, and since it's not in excess of that quantity, there will be no diminishing.
Yes, exactly. You're exactly right. So long as your values get up to 30%, but doesn't go any higher than that, then you are safe. But once your combined values is above 30%, that's when the diminishing returns kick in. So the general rule of thumb is, if you have a value that is very high, higher than 30%, prioritize that value above all else, because that will be the one stat that will not get diminished. So if you want 50% DR as Inara, for an example, you don't want to put in multiple points or cards that would add up to 50%. Instead, you would rather want to get Earth and Guard to give you that 50%. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Is there game up?
We are in game. We are in game right now. So, what are some common strategies for buying items? You might be wondering. Well, there are some strategies that I personally like running. It's called Master Feeding! Essentially, your whole team buys Master Writing as quickly as possible, so you can rush to the point quicker than everyone else. It's actually quite strong if you tried it. Because you would yeah. Because you can quite literally get to the point before everyone else, and start with an advantage as a result. Other strategies would be a healing-based strategy, where your team would buy things like Rejuvenate, Kill to Heal, Life Rip, stuff like that, and have other characters stack on those values to make your team pretty much unkillable, even when Caught is online. And there are other neat strategies like that you can do. But it's all a matter of figuring out what works and what doesn't. So, Does anyone have any other questions revolving around it? Revolving around item buying and the applications?
15 seconds
Life rip and kill heal. Just like on flanks in general, because like you are getting kills in the time, like you know, like you also have towers in the time. Like life rip or like I don't know which one I'd rather buy.
Person.
What I've found is that if your character has a lot of life rip in their kit, whether it being loadout cards, base kit, or a talent, and you can stack that on top of the life rip item, then I would say that you probably want to prioritize that. For an example, Talus can give himself upwards to, if I remember correctly, I think almost 90% lifesteal in his base kit, or something that ridiculous. And then you can stack life rip on top of that and give yourself just dummy-ass self-sustain. And in that scenario, yeah, you would want to buy life rip over everything else because of just on how strong that is. But in other cases, kill to heal might be better off. Like, you shouldn't stray away from stacking effects like that so long as you can play around diminishing returns. But if
what are you guys doing now?
If you can't, we're just in a match right now.
For real?
But if you can't really stack items that effectively, then try looking somewhere else. So does anyone else have any other questions?
So when would you consider buy resilience? Let's say that the team only has one crowd control character.
That'll teach you.
And you need to buy other items.
Normally speak. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you continue.
Yeah. So when do you think it would make sense to prioritize one item over the other? So I want Haven in my kit, but I notice they have some crowd control. It's moderately affecting me, but I can play a game on a character that can play
So, if there's only one character on the enemy team that has a hard crowd control, normally I wouldn't buy resilience just for them. But if you have like 2, 3, or the whole team filled with crowd control, then yeah, Resil is a must. Another scenario where you would buy Resil is if you are getting hard targeted by that one person with crowd control.
It's like Flankanara.
That's nasty.
Sure, we'll go with Flank Nara. If you're constantly getting bullied by Flank Nara, and her ability to just shut you down with the crippling field, then yeah, it's fine to buy resilience in that case.
I hate void grip Genos.
Same.
It's gay.
Yeah, gay.
That's a Nara bot is falling.
Does that answer your question? Alright, does anyone else have any other questions?
Yes. So usually when I'm playing EV, I buy or when I'm playing like lower HP characters, I use like my kill to heal. Because kill to heal allows me to like heal for most of my health. And I was wondering, is that good?
15 seconds remaining.
Oh Jesus, I died instantly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Let me see here. Let me turn you up because it's kind of hard to hear you. Can you go and say that question again, please?
Okay, well I said whenever I'm playing low
Makes
HP,
me feel good.
Damn.
whenever I'm playing low HP characters like Eevee, like people who need to get a kill and get back into the fight real quickly, I buy Kill to Heal, so like it heals me for most of my health back,
Mm-hmm.
because they have low HP. Is that good?
Capture point
Is
spawning
that
in
really
15 seconds.
viable?
Yeah, it depends on context. If you're constantly getting into fight after fight, then Kill to Heal would be good.
3,
But if you're not
2,
really getting into a
1.
lot of fights and you have a lot of downtime between fights, then I don't think Kill to Heal's that needed.
Right.
Sorry. Get back in the fight.
What the hell? Does anybody know what items are recommended on Buck?
On Buck?
Yes.
Haven.
Oh, reload speed is a good option.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like Death Hand a lot.
Wait, is he like, if you reload, like a bullet at a time, you can still shoot that bullet?
Yeah.
Is he like, oh, he's like that?
Yeah.
I personally don't like Haven on Buck because he already has insane DR on his bulk up as a card. But you can stack it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now.
But look, Ayo.
Alright, I'm so glad it worked now. Jink, you're retarded if you're running that card. Damn, let me know.
What?
If you are running DR on your Q, you are wasting your potential.
My bulk up?
Sorry.
Yes.
How?
Damn.
Bulk up is absolutely useless when it comes to late game. Unless you know how to get away in the middle of a fight in Q. Other than that, it becomes absolutely redundant. You're just an easier target because you're not firing back at that point. Early game, it's amazing. Early game. But you're missing out by not having things like lifesteal or a cooldown on your headshot if you're running entangled. Or ammo after your recovery. Movement speed. Stuff that makes Buck.
Wait, what does Bounce House do?
It's broken. Don't worry about it, it's broken.
Oh, okay.
It makes it where his leap, if he lands on a target, it does 600 or 700 damage or 600 damage. 600 damage.
That's nasty.
And casts movement abilities too.
And they go up in the air.
Yeah, and then Plasma knocks up. So
oh, it knocks them up?
You 3-tap people, and then you run this loadout that allows you to reset your abilities so you can snowball all day long.
30
Oh
seconds.
shit, I'm just using the default one right now.
Like that, and they can do it again.
Would you say Ensnare is better than bulk up?
15 seconds remaining.
Would I say Ensnare is better than Bulk Up?
10, 9,
Yes.
8,
What does that one do?
7.
What'd I tell you?
When you hit a person with your net, which is your right click, not only do you get the slow, it makes it to where you do, 20% increased damage for the duration of, which you can also, there's a card in your loadout that you can increase the duration of, because it goes by the slow. Either way, it makes it to where you do more damage to them. It turns like a 3 or 4 shot person into a 1 less shot, which is, what's needed. Makes your headshot
nice.
go insanely high too, because Buck has 1,000+ headshot.
Whoa.
Capture. 15 seconds.
Yeah, at base he has 1,050 headshots, so just add 20% to that.
Damn.
5,
Doom still
4,
lost the bulk up,
3,
Oh my gosh. Don't deny it.
You better not. I'll smack him again.
Oh god, no, please. You guys will just find out there. You can't help.
Yeah, my shield got destroyed.
Oh, Jink, and I guess this goes for anybody who else. I do plan on. Well, I'm still thinking about doing just a buck training session one day for y'all that want to learn them.
Oh, for real?
Go.
Bad.
Oh yeah.
The first thing King Rufus is going to
Leon
do in
and
his life.
Buck, let's go.
Buck is broken.
Buck is such a sleeper. People disrespect him so much.
It's just because he's bald.
Oh, but everyone loves the Asian ladies.
Alright.
Dude, what? How did you went from that?
What? Imagine playing a character who does 1,000 damage a headshot. Imagine.
It's like freaking 50
Like
game names.
Flying over the moon does the same
Eevee
thing.
is. I don't play over the moon. I play Snow Globe. Okay, I play Snow Globe. I haven't
You're
played over the moon in months.
You're absolutely disgusting for playing that talent.
I love Snow Globe. Okay,
I forgot what Snow Globe does.
It
The
does
one that
50%
makes your
damage.
ult at 50%.
Yeah, your ult,
like
your
that
ult
one.
is an ability, okay? Morale boost is your second priority. Top 2, and then morale boost. Because your ult's an ability now, basically.
I don't like that.
It's good. I'm telling you, it's good.
I don't like it.
It's
It already
good.
has just a fast charging ultimate.
Yeah, it's good.
Why need more? Why need more charging?
Alright, does anyone else have any further questions? I think this might be a good time to end the stream early. Does anyone have any last questions?
I'm good. No, you do not have a question, dude.
Sub to Paladins training, sir, Rio.
Yeah, sub to Paladins training. We need more views. If you subscribe to us, we will get more subscribers.
And I will send you a hentai.
A sellout.
Wait,
Sellout.
that's how that works?
Yeah, if you subscribe to us, we get more subscribers.
Show
And also, if you add me on Discord, you get free hentai. Yay!
No,
Dude,
you do not get
hentai's
free.
already free, you dumb fuck.
No, you do not get free hentai. Do not listen to this child over here.
Yo, best content on Paladins.
When's the large gift giveaway?
He's
When's the training large gift giveaway?
Better than Andrew Chicken.
Doom
Andrew Chicken is like Andrew Chicken is the best person in the world. Okay, don't let her. He's so good.
Shut up, Doom, before I
And we are ending
He's the one that told me Maldama's the best hero in the game. He said Maldama's the best hero in the game, but Corolla's best friend line.